So a new dupe was discovered overnight, and this one is the best one yet. This might even be faster than 1.1.1. It's going to be close, guys. This one is insane. So I'm going to go ahead and get right in this and show you how this new duplication works, and this works in 1.1.2 and the previous versions. The first thing we're going to need is we're going to need a lynel bow. So we're going to have to fight one of these guys. Now you can find one over here on the west side of the map right here. You can try to use this rock in order to cheese the fight with him. And you can just do things like this. You can summon cannons, you can build zonai devices, or you just fight him legitimately. It's up to you. But we need to kill him in order to get a lynel bow that gives us a 3-shot property. Once you beat the lynel and get the lynel bow, you're going to go over to here in Death Mountain, and you're going to go to Rock Octoroks. If you don't know how this works, you can repair and upgrade them at Rock Octoroks. Check these diamonds on the map. You can pause the video for a second and screenshot this. Just go to each one of these and keep feeding the lynel bows to them until they give you the 5-shot burst one. I already have 5-shot burst on the one that I'm going to use here, but the idea is you drop like this, and then after a moment, they will suck it up. Each Octorok can upgrade 1 time, so you can only do this once with each one. Although I've already done it with this one, so he's not going to do it. But you go to that one, you would upgrade it, spit it out. You go to the next one, you keep going till eventually you get one that has this 5-shot burst buff. Next up, we need to start duping this bow, because if you're not going to dupe it, you're not going to go very long on your duplications. You can only duplicate so many items if your bow just explodes. So we're going to duplicate the bow now. So there's a bunch of different ways to do this. You can check for all the different ways on my YouTube for 1.1.2, but the fastest and most effective way is to do a little bit of prep first, and it's totally worth it. You can just duplicate these super fast whenever you want them. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a house over here by Terrytown. If you haven't gotten a house yet, what you do is you go over here to Terrytown. Somewhere in here, there's Madison's Independent Side Quest. I think it starts with the people in this village, or this house right here. And then you'll do that quest. The hardest part is getting Sun Lions. You'll go to the Ulri Mountain Skyview Tower, use it to fly over to this, glide over to this spot right here, build something, use it to fly over to this shrine, and then up on this area, you can find a bunch of Sun Lions, hopefully enough for the quest, 9 or 10. Then you do that quest, you go back over to Terrytown, and this building right here, you can buy a house for 1,500 rupees, which is this right here, which is what I have right here. There's a person you can talk to in order to buy parts for this house, and you'll tell them you want a new room. You'll go to bow room or whatever, a bow stand, whatever it's called, this thing, where you put your bows down. And then after that, you're also going to need a full set of rubber armor and these zonai devices. So these zonai devices, you can get the shock emitter at this one right here. So you can just go to the Typhlo Ruin Skyview Tower, fly up into the sky, land here, and then get some shock emitters using zonai charges there. And then for carts, you can go to the uplands around Skyview Tower. Right above it is one of those spheres in the sky. Just find a way into it, and there's a device dispenser here that has carts. Then what you're going to do is put them together like how I have it here, set it up like this, and then you're going to turn it on, and then you're going to use rubber armor. So rubber armor, I have a video on it, but the TLDR is you go into a cave right here, the Horan's Lagoon cave right there. Then there's a cave over here in Farron right there. Okay, zoom that back out right there. And then there's a cave right here by the 10-10 shrine called the Whispering Something Cave right there. And each one of those caves has rubber armor. You can also use a thunder helm. You can also use food and stuff. You just got to get it to where you can have full shock resistance so you don't take damage like this, but then also be able to take a piece of armor off in order to get rid of your shock resistance. That's what you need for this. So once you have that, you're going to stand in front of the bow stand where it says A to display, and then you're going to take the bow that you want to dupe. So you're going to press ZR and then hold right on the D-pad, pick the bow that you want to dupe. I'm going to dupe the basic lynel bow. Then what you're going to do is you're going to open up the menu, and you're going to go to your armor, and you're going to pick a piece of rubber armor. You're going to remove it, and then you're going to press B and then spam A really fast. So like B and then a bunch of A's. So there it was. One got thrown behind me, and there's also one on that stand. Let me put this rubber armor on. Okay, there we go. One on the stand. And now I have 2 of these lynel bows with 5-shot burst. So this is the best way to dupe. Just come here whenever you need it, and then you can fill up your inventory with these bows so that you can dupe as many items as you want. Okay, now for the next part, we have to make a choice. How far are you in the game? Do you have 10 hearts? Have you beaten enough of the game? Are you end game watching this, or are you still pretty early? Because if you haven't gone to a place called Dragonhead Isle, the Joku-U Shrine, and opened a door with 10 hearts, then you can't do the best way. And I'll show you that the early game way second. The first way we're going to show you is the better way, but it's going to take 10 hearts of shrines. So you do shrines till you have 10 hearts. Then you'll be able to go here. Now, in order to get here, I don't know how you're supposed to get here. The way that I got here was I took the Poplar Foothills Skyview Tower, and I just glided there, and I just ate a bunch of stamina food and just made it there. You can buy stamina, or you can find stamina food at this shore right here. There's crabs you can get. Combine 2 of them to make a full stamina restore. Also, if you want to make the flying device, you can actually just fly up to it using zonai charges and things. So you can make this device. Just copy this from my other video. It's really simple. Just take a look at it, pause the video, go make your own steering stick out of 45 on 2 fans on the top like that. And then you can just fly there. You can use zonai charges to make yourself an infinite zonai charge and restore it while flying. So you can no matter what get there. and you can just fly up to it. But the main thing is, lost in that mist of thunderstorms, there's one place that you can get onto that inside of it has a shrine. And inside of that shrine, that's where we're going to go in order to get to this place we need to go in order to dupe these items faster than any other way. So this is that shrine I was talking about. It's right there. You have to climb into this building somehow. And I've already opened it, but there's a big door here that uses hearts to open, and you need 10 hearts in order to open it. Maybe it was 11 hearts. Whatever I have now was 1 1/4 enough. You go in here, and there's a mask you interact with. It'll be one of those things where it connects with a beam to something else. Then you'll carry the mask down to here, and you'll go over to these wings, and you'll build a flying machine with the wings by putting on fans like this. Just put on fans and whatever. And oh my god, I can't see anything now that the mask's not doing the thing. The mask will get rid of the fog, I think. But anyway, yeah, you'll just put on fans like this. I'll put one more on. So we'll put one on like right there. And then you can take this, and the smartest way to do this is have it face you like this. You'll attach the mask to this, by the way. And then you'll set it up on this incline like that. And then climb up onto it and get on the steering stick. And then from there, you can't really see. I put the fans on backwards, but you'll put the fans on the correct way. And the main thing is, it'll be pretty obvious. You'll be flying down to this place right here, Tobio's Hollow, with the mask attached to you, and you'll land right here. It'll be obvious. There'll be a green line leading you there. It's really easy. So that thing will have you glide to right here on the map like I was talking about. You'll put the mask on this pedestal, open up this, then you'll have to carry the mask down to here. And the very first time you do this, it'll just teleport you down to the depths. Then you'll have to, you know, come to a shrine and come back over to here. By the way, there's a shrine in this cave I haven't gotten yet. So some secret shrine in there that you could get. But then you got to get back to here. And the second time you come here, it'll take you to here. And then you can come down into this cave. And you need to just go down into this cave until you're at negative 160 depth or so. And you'll see a change in the atmosphere, things like that. So at the bottom right are the coordinates on the minimap. And the one on the right is your altitude, the up and down coordinate. And that one needs to go down to right around 160-ish. And that's when we've crossed the load trigger. And that is when we'll be able to dupe. So what we got to do is get to right around now. See at 155, 156, and you'll see the atmosphere kind of change. There it was. The atmosphere pops in like that. Now we're in the depths technically, and up there is not the depths. And there's a load trigger back and forth to go back and forth between these, and that's what we can abuse in order to dupe. And I'll show you the way to do this if you're not late game as well. If you can't get to this cave, I'll show that in just a second. But let's go with this one because this is the best place to do it. So you're going to take your bow, and you're going to go to shoot it. Make sure it's a 5-shot bow. And then you're going to equip your diamonds or whatever else. You're going to shoot them up there. And, hold on, I didn't shoot them high enough. Okay, shoot them up here. And they'll just get stuck in the air like that. So you'll see them there. And we're just going to make a few rows of these. So we can do 20 at a time. So there we go. We got 20 items duped. Well, 16 because it costs 4 diamonds to do that. Then you run up and they'll all fall. You try to grab them as they slide down because they'll slide past you. And there we go. We just duped 20 diamonds. There's also some more up here if we want to get them. And depending on where you shoot your diamonds, it can be a little bit different how easy or hard it is to collect them or how they slide or don't slide. Then you'll head back down here till the atmosphere changes again. Like 165 is pretty safe. And then you'll just shoot more rounds of diamonds. So once you get into this rhythm, this is faster. This is honestly, I know because I did both dupes. This is definitely... Oh, if you hit your own diamonds, they explode, by the way, so be careful of that. This is definitely faster than the glider method in the previous versions. I am like 99.9% sure this is faster than the paraglide dupe. This is actually faster. Like, it's at least tied, but it's definitely faster from my experience with them. But yeah, so you just keep doing this. Keep shooting your diamonds up and duping diamonds. And that's why we need to duplicate the bows, because the bows can only shoot so many arrows, guys. So that's why we had to do the duping and the prepping with the weapon dupe. But once you do this, you are good to go. Dupe all the items that you want, fast as lightning. This place is right here on the map. Now, again, if you're early game, you can't get here. You need 10 hearts and to need to do that part of the story quest in order to get here. So there's actually another option I can show you. So if you're not super late game, you can go to the High Rolled Field Chasm right here on the map, south of Lookout Landing. You'll still need that 5-shot bow that we got, though. And you'll ideally want to dupe them still, because you need to have more than one. It's going to be awful to get multiple. And then you're going to make sure that you have it equipped. You're going to jump in here, save your game before this in case you accidentally die. You're going to fall until negative 150 coordinates. You'll see it on the bottom right. I'm at 122, 123. I'm going down. And once you get far enough, you're going to start looking for a place to land that's low enough. So I think maybe I can land over here. Maybe right here. Here we go. Here's one. Okay. We found a spot, and then you can take your bow, and you can take the diamonds and look straight up and hit the load trigger, and then they'll get stuck on the load trigger like that. And now this method's not super great, but, you know, it'll get by. For some reason, not as many diamonds want to dupe when you do this. A lot of times you'll dupe clusters of 3 and weird things. Kind of hard. Then what you'll do, and ideally you'll have enough food for this, and you'll want some stamina food like I talked about earlier, which again you can get from right here with the crabs. 2 crabs make 1 full stamina restore. Then you're just going to climb through the gloom and keep an eye on them. And once you go back up through the load trigger, hold on, let me eat some stamina food. I don't want to fall. Gonna go up. Okay, that's fun. I don't know why I just can't climb on a wall. Keep going. Okay, this is a really weird wall. There they go. There they go. All right, now we gotta jump off and we gotta follow them. You can't let them get out of render range. There we go. Okay, and we got down. And there's all the diamonds. So you'll find some jank way to do it like that. But there's another way to do it that's way more effort and way more setup that you can do early game that I'll show you right now. I don't want to turn this into a 20-minute video, so I'm going to try to explain this real fast. So you need hover stones. You can get hover stones right over here. And in order to get there, you go from the Skyview Tower, find a way there. You also need a spring, which you can get from right here. Get from there from this Skyview Tower. You're going to go here. You're going to take 2 hover stones. Gonna keep an eye on your battery charge if you don't have a lot, and pop zonite charges. You're also gonna need zonite, and you can get that down here to screenshot. Any of these diamonds are mined, or you can go mine it with rock hammers. Then you're gonna take this, you're gonna hit it, you're gonna get on it. The TLDR version is take it, go over here, hold it all the way forward, all the way down, jump over. I didn't move it far enough, it might hit the edge now. We're gonna hit it, and then watch our Z coordinate at the bottom right, hit it again at negative 15-ish. So something like this. I hit it a little late, but close enough. But you'd want to start at like 155, because once you put some weight on it, it starts sinking. Now you're going to use auto build, which if you don't have auto build, by the way, you get auto build by falling in this hole right here, and then go over to here, do a quest, kill a boss, you get auto build. Then you're going to go to one of those platforms where you get boards anywhere on the road, like just south of Lookout Lane. There's one, you get 2 long boards, connect them to each other. They'll be in your auto build history, or you can favorite them from that point. I haven't favorited. You'll go ahead and you'll build one. You'll use Alter Hand, you'll grab it, you'll attach it, you'll go on, you'll start building a platform, and then you'll put some things on the walls to try to create friction, because you'll start falling once you add a bunch of weight. I'm going to skip ahead. So once you're done, you'll have something like this. I have the sides caught, so we're not slipping down. You got to keep the hover stones on, though, or else you'll start swinging like a pendulum or fall. Then you're going to box yourself in on one side, something like this, and then you're also going to drop a spring, but do not attach the spring. Don't ever attach the spring, or else you'll turn the whole thing off. All right, so then you'll go over to one side like this. You'll take your bow. You'll go over here. You'll attach your diamonds or whatever. You'll shoot them above the platform like this. And you'll have to play with it to try to figure out how far over you need to go so they'll fall into your box. But we'll just play around with it like that. And then we'll go over to our spring. We'll climb on top of the spring. We'll hit the spring. That'll shoot us up, which will then make them become real. And then they'll fall into our box. And then we'll pick them up. Now, I'm not stuck on the sides very well, so if I do another spring, I'm going to go flying off. It might be better to put my spring over there on that platform, actually. But it's all jank, and you just got to play with it and make it work if you want to do it this way. I highly, highly recommend just getting the 10 hearts, because really there's like no good way to do this without just messing everything up. So this is the alternate way. But yeah, guys, now you know how to do it. Hopefully this video helped you out. I covered everything, including all the setup work, how to duplicate your bow, get the rubber armor, everything like that. Check the links in the description for more helpful stuff. And when new glitches come out, I'll let you guys know. But I doubt a better dupe will come out. But also, they'll probably patch this, so be sure to turn off your Wi-Fi on your Switch so you physically can't download the patch if you don't want it whenever it does come out. I am sure they'll probably patch this at some point. I'd be surprised if they didn't. But either way, guys, this is the new dupe for 1.1.2. It also works with previous versions. Now you know how to duplicate items actually insanely fast in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.